Hi, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs, and I'm here with a little kind of show and tell, craft with me kind of thing. I am going to be doing a little budget journal that I made, and I'll show it to you real quick. And if you're interested, hang around and watch how I do it, okay? Or how I did it. Anyway, guys, first off, this is a little journal that I made because I was thinking that I wanted to keep track of my expenses, kind of my business expenses. And I had like a little plastic accordion thing that I was going to use, and I was going to go ahead and use my label maker and everything. And I got to thinking, you know what? Why don't I make something pretty that I'm gonna like? Okay, so anyway, I made this. It's kind of a shabby chic look, but that's kind of my look that I like. And this could be made in any style that you want. And in fact, the one I'm going to do today is going to be completely different. But the mechanics of it are identical. So you can see that you can make it look any way you want to. Anyway, this I used just some paper from the paper studio, and I think I used 5 different pieces in this. It didn't take all of the 5 pieces, but I wanted things to vary and look a little different. But it takes around 4 pieces of cardstock, and you'll have scraps and things too. Anyway, I then just took some roses from the botanicals from Tim Holtz and put some gauze and things on there, and then laced it up, put buttons and that kind of thing. But anyway, this is made out of a file folder and some envelopes. So I basically just kind of put it together. So I'll show you what I got here. So you open it up, and this button kind of holds the other button there for the closure. And then this is just a journal that I put in here. Got this off of Amazon. You can, they're readily available anywhere. And anyway, so it just has the days of the week. This is the weekly one, and it gives you room to write your expenses down. And I'll put all those links in the video. Then you turn it over, and then this is just a little accordion file that you make with the envelopes. This is where you put the envelopes, and they're decorated up a little, and it just has the days of the week. And you can put your expenses in there, if you're doing the cash system where you put cash every day. This would be a cool thing to kind of have, I think. So anyway, that is really all there is to it. It's not super complicated, but I think it's kind of pretty, and it's kind of nice little journal, I think, to have. You can certainly adapt it to whatever you think you might want to use. You could do it as a yearly thing and put the months in there. You could really, I could see a lot of different uses you might want to have for this. So anyway, and this just goes around and closes, and also too, just like with other traveler's notebooks, it has the elastic, and then you can take it out and put a new one in when you want to, and when it's full. So that means you could keep using this. So anyway, that's what it is, and I thought I would make one. And if you guys want to just kind of craft along with me, you're more than welcome to do that. So anyway, let me show you what you'll need if you want to do this. Let's see. First of all, you need a file folder, and it does not have to be a legal size. It could be a letter size, and it'll work just fine. It's just because you only need 9 inches of it. So you'll need that. Let's see what else I got up here. You need to have 4 or 5 different coordinating papers. I am going to be using the Tim Holtz paper pad, and probably, yeah, that's probably maybe 4, maybe 5 pieces that just kind of coordinate. You know, it doesn't, and you can actually not use them from the same paper pad. Anything that you want to use. There's no rules here. Okay, so just basically whatever you like. And then also, you know, you need your envelopes. These envelopes are, excuse me, here we go. These are 8.5 by 4 inches. And so you can have any kind you want. They can be white. These are ones that came with some paper that's made to kind of look old that I bought, and I think it was like 40 in a pack or something, and I had them laying around, and I thought, well, I might as well use them. I mean, they look kind of cool. It can be, like I said, it can be any kind that you want to use. You know, it's up to you, really up to you. So anyway, the first thing that you're going to do, well, let me give you the other things you'll need. You'll also need, of course, your scissors, a scoring tool, or you can use your ruler, either one of those. I like to reinforce my seams either with micropore tape, which is basically just paper tape. You can get this at any drugstore. In the bandage aisle, you can get this 1-inch version, which I use a lot, from the dollar store. I think they just call it paper tape. And then, but today I'm going to actually use athletic tape. And the reason I'm doing that is it's a little bit stronger. And the journal that I'm doing this time, I'm not putting any lace or anything on it. And the way that it takes the ink is a little bit different. And I kind of want that on this journal. But you do not have to use this. This athletic tape is more of a more of a cloth than it is paper. So it's a little bit stronger. Probably a lot stronger than the micropore. And I'm using it just for, you know, the effect. You could also use washi tape if you wanted to use washi tape. Washi tape would work also. But I don't think it's as strong as the micropore in my opinion. But that's up to you. I always reinforce, you know, my seams when I make things that are made, you know, that are, you know, that you're going to be opening and closing a lot. So, excuse me, I'm going to take a little drink of water here. My allergies are just driving me crazy lately. Anyway, so you'll need that. Let's see. You know, if you want to ink things, you're going to need that. You will also need, I used my quarter rounder, crocodile one, but any one you have will work. It doesn't have to be that. Let's see what else. The things you want to decorate it with, which could be anything. I mean, you know, I'm trying to think what else you need to do this. I think that's about it. Paper cutter. That's all. You don't really need anything else. If you want to put budget on there, oh yeah, I used my tab punch. You do not have to have one of these. You can cut out tabs yourself. You definitely do not have to have that, but I used it to make the tabs. Let's see. I used my my eyelet setter and hole punch to put eyelets in. Again, you don't have to do that. You could just punch holes and put reinforcers, but eyelets are stronger and it's a better deal. And I just thought of all these extra things you needed. You need an elastic of some sort. I got this off of Amazon. It is, if you want to see that, Elastic Cord by Doris. And it is the 2mm. I like this. I had got some before that was a lot thinner, and I really didn't like it. I mean, this stuff is pretty good. Let's see, eyelets. I used buttons to close it and put the elastic. So I just got like a couple buttons. I think I'm going to use a couple of these. Just for the front, for the closure. Let's see. I had stamps. You need, if you're going to, put the days of the week, if you don't have to have stamps, I happen to have some. You could certainly write them on there or print them off on your computer, and some ink. It's up to you if you want to do it like that. I just, I happen to have those stamps, so I did it that way. But you could certainly, print things on your computer and then go ahead and, do it that way too, or just handwrite it. I mean, you don't have to do it that way. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and start the process. I hope everybody's doing well. I've had a wonderful day. I had to have 2 of my boys here. My other one lives in Colorado. I don't get to see him very often, but I did get to see my 2 older boys, and it was wonderful to see him again. To see them both again, I mean. When I say him, I haven't seen my middle son since around Christmas, so even though he lives in town. Okay, I am going to use this folder. I don't like using this kind because it kind of cuts in the middle. I prefer this thing on the top or the bottom, but this is all I had left. So I'm going to go through and show you how I did it with this, and then it'll work. It would work with this, but anyway, you want to cut your folder to 9 inches, okay? And that's, this way. And to do your folder, you have to usually go a few times. And then if it doesn't cut all the way, then you can always use your scissors, which I have to do a lot of times. So, oh yeah, there we go. Okay, save this because you're going to need it later. Okay, you're going to need, this is what I use to make my tabs out of. Okay, so save that. And then if you have a scoreboard, if you don't, you can do this with a ruler and a scoring tool, whatever you want, whatever you score with, okay? And then this, let me see what my measurements were. I had them somewhere. Which one has the measurements? Okay, up here. Yeah. Okay. So what you're going to do, that's not it. Is it this one? It's this one. Okay. What you're going to do is get your scoreboard out, and you are going to look at your folder, and you're going to see that your folder, where it's folded right here, there's also some other lines in there. And you're going to go ahead and fold your folder right on this outer line, not the middle line, but this outer line, okay? So that will do that. Oops. And you can use your scoring tool if you want. Where's mine at? How about that? Okay. Or your bone folder, I meant. Okay. So what that's going to do is that's going to give you this 3/4 of an inch spine right there, okay? So then what you're going to do is you're going to take, excuse me. I think my allergy medication's wearing off. When you look at your folder, you're going to see from this edge to here a longer piece, and then you're going to see a shorter piece. Okay? On the, let's see, the longer piece, what you're going to do is you're going to take this line right here, and you're going to put that up against the edge of your scoreboard, or just put this, measure from here, from this line out. That's basically what you're doing, is you're measuring from that line out, and you're going to go 4.5 inches. So from that line, you're going to go 4.5 inches. Here we go. Okay. And then you're going to go from that. You've done 4.5 inches. Then you're going to go to 5.5. 5.25. I'm sorry. 5.25 inches. So you go 4.5 and then 5.25. That's how you do it. Okay. Then you're going to take your folder on the other side where this line is. This line right here. So basically, this is this short part of your folder, okay? From this line out, that's where you're going to score now. And you can take your folder and go the other way if you want to. That's how I usually do it, okay? And then what you're going to do then is you're going to go 4.5. Put it up straight. And then you're going to go to, again, 5.25. All right. So that gives you, if you go ahead and fold all those, go ahead and fold on all your little score lines. You do not need this middle line that comes, that's already in your folder. You're not going to fold on that, but every other line on there, you're going to go ahead and fold on those. And the reason I like to use file folders so much is that, your scrapbook paper only comes in 12-inch widths, and obviously this is longer than that, so you can make a lot more with it. If you can get your hands on some other paper that's longer that you can use, or you want to glue some scrapbook paper together, or you could use scrapbook paper. You don't have to use a folder. I just use it for that reason, and I have a lot of them for some reason hanging around. So okay, so then you don't need your scoreboard anymore. You're done with that. Okay, so that is all the scoring you're going to do, not the measuring. You'll do other measuring, but not a lot. This is a very easy little project. Okay, so now what you're going to do, this is when I go ahead and I reinforce all of my spines on the front and the back, and that can be totally optional. If you don't want to do that, if you don't think it's necessary, then you can skip that part completely. Okay? And you can reinforce it with whatever you want. I use sari silk sometimes, and that turns out really cool looking when you ink it up or do whatever. I'm going to show you just with the paper tape or the micropore. This is the 1-inch. Okay. Ugh. Get the end of that. Where is it? Okay, here it is. I'm sorry, I couldn't see it. But on the micropore tape, I always add, where's my glue stick? Let me get that. I always add my glue stick because it, it's like washi tape, it doesn't stick real well. So it sticks better than most washi, but it's still not great. So then I'll put that down. I usually put it, so here's your, where your, your two lines are. You're trying to get it to where it's covering both of those. And that's why sometimes it's better to have the wider one. This does go over it because this is 3/4. But like I said, it's readily available in, you know, in any drugstore pretty much. So you can get different sizes pretty easy, and it's not super expensive. Okay, so you're going to do that on all of your I can't think of the word now. Well, whatever it is, your oh God, I can't think of. I know it's late. I should probably have gone to bed rather than trying to done this. But anyway, you need to do that on all of these. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So go all the way across and put that on. And then what you're going to do after you've done that is I took my quarter rounder and I think I did the 1/2 inch. If you look at this has kind of got this kind of, you know, different corner. I left that the way that is, but I took this and I went ahead and I rounded it. Okay, so it kind of matched, you know. And then you can do the other side. Okay, so you've got your micro pour all the way around, and then what you want to do is take your inker if you're going to ink, and you're going to ink all the way around, and you're going to do here. There's a lot of inking, so, and it's going to look something like this when you get done. See, I didn't go all the way over here, and you really need to, because when you put your papers on there, it's going to show. Now, the reason I didn't do it on this back part on this one is just to show you that if you want to put lace or something, if this is your outside, if this is going to be your outside and you put lace on it, you don't have to do it all the way here. But on your inside, if you're not going to put lace, you want to go ahead and ink it all the way, and you want to go all the way around. And now on this project, oh, I didn't do that on here. On this project, what we're doing is we are not covering this portion of our file folder on any of these. Because we're gonna stamp on that. So you want to ink that part really, you know, well, because it's going to basically, this is what you're going to be able to see that. Okay, and you're going to be able to see this also. All right. So anyway, ink all the way around. That takes a little bit, and then after you get done doing that, what you're going to want to do is you want to cut out the papers that you're going to need for your pieces. And I already did that and inked it because I thought, well, y'all don't want to see me cut paper because I'm sure you know how to do that. Anyway, I cut, you're going to need 4 pieces that are 4 1/4 by 9, and I cut kind of 4 different pieces, you know, just that I thought. Now you can see this journal is going to look a lot different. I'm making this one for my son, so, you know, he said, that's a great idea, but I don't want mine to look like that. I said, okay, I got it, you know. So anyway, you know, 4 different papers, and or you could do them the same. You don't have to do them different. There's not rules involved in this. This is just how I did it. Anyway, so 4 different ones that are 4 1/4 by 9. Okay, so you're going to have those, and then ink those. Okay, ink those all up. Right. Then you're going to need 2 papers that are for the end pieces, and this is going to be for these pieces right here. They're going to need to be 3 3/4, and you need 2 by 9, and so it'll be 3 3/4 in your width by 9. So you need 2 of those, and then you're going to need 2 pieces that are 2 1/8. Did I say they were 2? Yeah, I think they're about 2 1/8. Yeah, 2 1/8 by 9. They're either 2 inches or 2 1/8. I don't remember. Where did my ruler go? I'm pretty sure they were 2 1/8, but they could be 2 inches. I don't know. I don't remember. I do not remember. Yeah, it was 2 1/8. So all right, so we did that, and then let's see, you're going to have quite a few scraps when you cut your paper out, and when you get all those scraps together, you need 7 pieces of paper, and mine are not all the same size, but they're similar, okay? They basically just need to be, what did I decide? Those were, I do not remember. Yeah, those were 8 5/8 inches long. And then about, some of these are 3 inches in width and some of them are 2 inches in width. And that has to do with the scraps that you have left over. But you want them to be at least 2 inches or 3 inches, whatever your scrap is, okay? These are going to go inside the envelope to kind of decorate them. But they do have to be, 8 5/8 by 9 inches. I mean, 8 5/8 by 2 or 3 inches, whatever your scraps are. And you need 7 of those. Okay, so those are going to all go inside your envelope. And you're just using the leftover scraps. And there will be different sizes because you cut your other papers out different sizes. But you just want them around 2 to 3 inches in width, basically. So they don't all have to be the same. If you want yours the same, you can certainly cut them all out of other paper. You know, it's up to you, whatever you'd like to do, okay? So anyway, we are going to go ahead and glue our papers on. And this is, I know this looks very different than the other one, but this one is very grungy, and I did it that way on purpose. And it has this has the athletic tape on it, and I put the athletic tape on because I know it takes the ink differently, and then I used a lot darker ink on here. I used a lot on here too, so I was going to make this, I never got around to finishing that. I was going to go ahead and grunge this up a little bit more. This is gathered twigs, and it's a darker color. I put vintage photo on the other one first, and then I took this over here and I went like that, and that's how I did the other one too. And I put that all around, and I just used the actual ink pad because I wanted it to look darker and grungier than just the vintage photo would look. Okay, and that's kind of how I did that on the other one. I didn't want to do it too dark over here because I am going to be printing on there, so you want to be able to, or stamping, I'm sorry. So anyway, that's ready to take our papers, okay? So really what comes down to now is just what do you want to see? This and this are going to be covered up basically with your envelopes. So that one and that one, you really are not going to see a whole lot, okay? So you want to keep that in mind when you're doing it. Let's see, I think I'm going to use those two on the outside, and this one's going to go here. So this one is going to go here, but for the most part, a lot of it's going to be kind of covered up. Now this piece right here is going to be one of these smaller ones. And I think I decided that I was going to use this. Yeah. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there and that there. Okay. And let's see, what was the smaller one in here? See, this is the inside of your journal. Okay. So that's what we're going to do first, is the inside. I don't think I was going to use the same one, was I? What was the outside? I have to remember what I was doing. Yeah, I think that was going to be the outside, like that. Yeah, that's the outside. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm going to just put these in place. And I'm going to use a glue stick. I had bought some Yes glue, and I'm not a fan for one reason. I couldn't not be messy with it. I think it would work great on collage, which is a good thing because you use, I use my glue stick and stuff. I think it has its place, but I just could not make a mess with it. Okay, so when you guys do this, make sure you do not cover up your crease spine. That was the word I was looking before. Thank you. Y'all are probably yelling, spine. Anyway, don't cover your crease line, because if you do, what'll happen is you won't be able to, yep, see, I just did it. I just did exactly what I was telling you. Yeah, you won't be able to fold it. And it gets kind of hard to see where it is after you've put your tape and done all that. So you may have to fold it to find it. There we go. Here we go. Let's fold it real quick. And then I can find it better. You don't want to put it right on that line, because then you will not be able to fold it. Yeah, see, that's fine. So that's one. Now, if you wanted to, you could make this less than 9 and not have it cover and have more of a gap there, which actually I was going to do, but I guess I forgot to do that. I was going to go ahead and adjust this one. That's why I inked it so much, but oh well. That's all right. That one seems a little bit long. Okay. Ugh. I think I just cut that too much, but oh well, it'll look okay. Yeah, I was going to do that, and I completely forgot. I was going to make this one a little bit different than the other one. Okay. And this is going... I have to remember which way I'm doing this. Okay. Now, if there's like an orientation, you don't want like this going this way and that going that way. You kind of want to pay attention to that. I don't know that it'd be the end of the world if you did it that way, but depends on, your pattern, obviously, but you kind of want to pay attention to that. Again, make sure you don't do it on your line, because if you do, you won't be able to fold it. I must have cut these just a little bit tiny bit bigger than 9, or maybe I cut my folder wrong. Could have done that too. That's okay, I can trim it up later. Alright, so then make sure that's down there good. And if you want to use another glue, you can certainly do that too. This glue stick is really good. This is the Scotch permanent glue stick, and I really like it, and it does do a pretty good job of keeping things down. If anything pops up on the corners or whatever, I usually go back and fix it later, but you know, for doing videos, I think it works pretty good because it dries pretty fast and I can do it. And okay, that's good. Put that one down. Did I do that on the line? Yes, I did. See, I keep doing what I keep telling you guys not to do. All right. I gotta make sure I can see it good. Yeah, there we go. I've grunged it up so much I can't see what I'm doing. All right. And that's another thing I like about using this rather than like art glitter glue when I'm doing this, because you have, you know, a little bit of time to remove it and kind of make it, you know, you just have a little bit of time, I guess is what I'm saying. And I often need it because I tend to do things crooked. I have no idea why. I just do. I can't cut straight. I can't glue straight. I have no idea why I'm doing this craft because I have a lot of problems with those things. But anyway, there we go. Let's make sure I don't get it on there this time. And as you can see, oh, there is one thing you got to do. On this side and that side, because these are rounded, you want to go ahead and round them. Okay? And that's what I did on the other one. I just didn't talk about it. But anyway, see on that side and that side. Not on the other one because these aren't on this side. But you want to kind of sort of make it match a little bit. Okay? So we're going to do... Oh. Is that up too high? It looks very crooked. Hold on. See, I told you I do things crooked all the time. All right, let me get that on there. Here we go. Does seem crooked again. Is that straight? Straighter. Okay, that's a little bit straighter. All right, so then that has that weird kind of thing on the end of it, and what you can do is just take your scissors and go in and just kind of mimic it and go across, and what that'll do is it'll go ahead and it'll match it then. Okay, so do that until a little glue stick right there. Did that all get glued down? Yeah, it did. All right, anyway, of course, you know, you guys glue better than I am. I'm just trying to go through the process as quickly as I can for you. Okay, so that's your inside of your folder. All right, then you're going to do your outside. And the way this folds up is this is where your envelopes are going to go. That's the back. This is the part you're going to glue down. And then this part over here, okay, this is your front of your folder. So you want to think about what you're going to put here and how that's going to look and how you may want to decorate it. Like, you know, you may want to just put this guy in front and say, okay, call it a day. You know, you're done. Right? That actually doesn't look bad, does it? I was going to do something else, but I may just do that. Huh. You know what? I might do that. But then what am I going to put over here? Oh boy, that wasn't what I was going to do. I don't know. I have to decide. No, I think I'm going to go with what I was doing before. I'm going to do that. Okay. All right. Although he does look pretty cool there, doesn't he? Okay, so I'm going to put that there. I've been doing these, and I realized I put my front piece down, you know, that I know is going to be my cover, just so I have it where it's supposed to be, and then I glue the other pieces on. And that's just to keep me from putting that piece in the wrong spot, which I have done multiple times. So the process is the same. You're going to go ahead and just make sure you don't get it on your... Now, why did I cut... Okay, that's going more toward the middle. Oh, this is too short for that. this goes on the other, this goes on that one. Oh, okay. I was putting this in the wrong spot. So, uh-oh. I forgot to cut this too. Okay, so this is going to be basically in the front of your accordion thing, but you want to match this corner too and do the quarter punch. Oh, it's starting to dry. Do that again now. Ugh. Okay. Maybe I will go with that then. I don't know. We'll just kind of wing it. I can never make it my I didn't do this side either. Let me hurry up and do it. Okay. Okay, so you're going to do both of those so that they're rounded like these. And then you're going to also try and put them on straight, which I did not do. Hold on. Okay, let me try it again. Straighter. There we go. That's much better. All right. I'm going to have to do a lot of trimming when I'm done. I must have cut all those papers. I think I probably cut my folder too short. I hope my envelopes fit in there. We'll find out, won't we? Okay. All right. So now, let me do this. So that's that front. Goes there, goes there. Like I said, I need to do my front piece, and I should have another little piece. You know what? Maybe I will do him here. I think that's kind of cool, actually. Huh? I think I will do that. Okay, I will do that. Or maybe not. No, wait. What was the other one? What was the other piece I had left over? I had this guy. That's not going to work. I would have to use this one. And then that one. I'm thinking about putting this guy on the cover. That's the issue. I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the back part of this because I think that would look better. So I'm going to put this guy on the back. That's what I think I'm going to do. Even though he does look cool, I could put him in the front. Alright. You're going to go here. You look good back here too, okay? Alright. In my mind, how I'm decorating this is I'm thinking this is a banker, you know? This is an old-time banker. And that's what I thought the other one looked like too. And then, of course, it's crooked again. Crooked, crooked. I'm always doing things crooked. Oh, it's still crooked. Okay, come on. Come on. Here we go. I'm going to have to put more glue on that. I already know. Yeah, it works better if you do it like that. The way I'm doing it, I should really just be putting them on that way. Okay, anyway, yeah, I was kind of trying to make it look like a banker. So, let's see, so that's going to go like that, and then this is going to go like that. So now that I've changed my mind, I have to ink this up. So, not a big deal, but, you know. Like I said, I'm kind of going a little grungy on this, so basically anti-flowers, because I got a distinct impression that's what my son was a little freaked out about when I showed it to him. Anyway, let's see. He thought I was going to give it to him with the flowers. I want more ink on it is what I'm doing. Just to really kind of just make it not just very grungy. Okay, so now this one will go here. Okay. I do want to make sure. I hope I did it, guy. Oh, thank God. I thought maybe I put him on there upside down. Okay, this is coming off. Obviously, I did not put enough glue. So we'll put that on there. That's okay. There we go, guy. All right. So then let's put that on. I wanted this guy on there, but you know, now that I think about it, he doesn't kind of go with my theme anyway. So, see, things just kind of work out. They just kind of always work out, I think. You know, and sometimes, you know, when you mess up and you have to go fix it and cover it up, I always find it usually ends up making whatever you're doing look better in the end. It's just kind of a weird thing. Let me do it this way again, so I can get it on there straight. All right. I mean, probably could go that way more, but it looks okay. All right. Like I said, it's a little bit different when you're doing things. You know, and you're trying to do a video, it's going to always, you know, you're doing it fast. But you guys take your time, relax, enjoy yourself. That's what you're supposed to be doing. All right. Obviously, a lot more glue over there because that's coming off. I will always go back in. And you guys, you can definitely sew around this. After you get your papers on like this would be the time to go around and sew. Okay? You would want to do your sewing basically now, okay? If you're going to sew around all here and everywhere else, that's what you would definitely want to do. I'm not doing it for purposes of the video, but normally I probably would do that. So you would, you know, you just, it's up to you what you want to do. But this is where you would have to do it. Okay, make sure this goes where it's supposed to go. And it's all going the right orientation. That guy's good. This guy's good. We're going up like that. Okay. All right, that goes right here. So this is our last piece of papers that we have to glue down. And after that, we're just going to assemble our envelopes. All right, put this guy right here. Again, oh, I did it wrong. I gotta do the corners. I bet y'all saw that, but you know. Okay, do it again. Do. Put that on. Again, it's probably crooked. Let me see. It's actually not that bad. You know what, though? I think I need to cut that shorter because, yeah, I'm not going to be able to stamp on that. Okay, let me cut that a little bit shorter. Definitely going to do that with the paper cutter, though. Since it's already sticky, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, if you do want to put that in there. Boy, that's crooked. Is that crooked? Maybe it's already crooked. I don't know. Let me get that up there straight. Go like about that. I don't know. It may have to be more than that, actually. I don't know. Let me check real quick. Because I want to stamp journal over here, I have to leave enough for the stamp, and that's why I'm cutting the width on this. So you may want to check yours, you know, and see where you're at. This one, let me see what the width is on that. This will make it 1 3/4 in width. You know, so you may want to adjust when you get to that point, because if you do want to stamp, not journal, budget over here, or anything you want to put there, I mean, it doesn't have to say budget, you want to make sure you have enough room for that. Put that down. Is the rest of it coming up? No, yeah, because it was already dry when I put it down. Yeah, I mean, the yes glue worked and it stuck really well, and it did, but I had a hard time controlling it not getting places it didn't need to be. So I don't know. I'm going to give it another try, work with it a little more and see. But okay, so this is basically it. And like I said, if you were going to sew, this would be the time that you would do your sewing around it. Okay. But for the purposes of the video, I'm not going to mess with that. So now what you're going to do is get your envelopes. Let me see where I put mine. I don't remember. I think they're in one of these baskets. Nope, maybe not. We may not be doing this because I might not have any envelopes. Oh, here they are. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the other one, what did I do with it? I put it up here. Okay. So what you're going to do with all your envelopes is you are going to take your envelopes, and you're going to go ahead and you are going to take this and put it inside. Okay. And there's not a reason to glue it down, because what you're going to do is those extra pieces that we already that we had cut out, those are going in here. Okay, and you're going to glue those in, and that'll actually glue that other part in. So they're just going to fit right there. You could skip this part completely. You do not have to do this. This is basically decorative. It does not serve a purpose other than, you know, it's decorative. So that's up to you. You know, do what you feel like you want to do. But I think it looks kind of cool when you do that. So, and I glued, you know, the whole thing down. So basically, okay. Wrong way. So you're going to do that and put that in. Probably should have done this before too, but oh well, I did not. Ugh. All right. Get that lined up. Okay, come on. Yeah, definitely should have done all these before. Oh well. I tell you what, I'm just going to do the one and then I'll do it later for on the other one. So, okay. Because you can do it after you put it together. Okay. Anyway, so you're going to do that. Did I get that in there right? I think I did. All right. Okay, so you're going to do that times 7, which I don't know if I'm going to mess with that. See how fast I can do it. Let me see what we're doing on time. Boy, we're almost at an hour. I think what I'm going to do is the rest of this portion of this, we will go ahead and finish together, because there's a few more steps and then we'll go ahead and decorate it. But this is the part that, you know, the biggest part is getting it ready to go, and then the rest of it doesn't take that long. And then there's the decorating and, you know, putting the tabs on and that kind of thing. So we will have a part 2, and I will try and get that out within within a day, I'll have it out. Maybe tomorrow, and that way you can see how we finish this. Okay. So anyway, that's what I have to share with you today, and it's a cute little thing, and I think it would make a nice little gift, and and honestly for me, I it's kind of practical because I'm actually going to use it. Like I said, I had a little plastic thing that I already had, and I was going to use that, and that's kind of what made me think of this. So, and the only reason I thought of the journal part of it is I happen to have this weekly journal. I thought, well, I could put them both together. So, that way you can write out, whatever it is on there. So anyway, part 2 will come within a day. So stay tuned, and I'll have it out there. I do want to tell you guys about my giveaway Fridays. If you don't know about them, every Friday I did a big declutter, de-stash, or whatever of my craft room, and I have quite a few things that I am giving away, and that includes a lot of journals and basically journal kits, books, vintage papers, all kinds of stuff, new things that I have that I'm not using. So anyway, all you have to do for Giveaway Fridays is be a subscriber and or subscribe to the channel, or be a subscriber, and comment on a video, and that gets you entered in. So, and it doesn't have to be a recent video, okay? But you only get one. It's only for that week. So in other words, if you saw videos 2 or 3 weeks ago and commented, that those comments, that doesn't get you an entry. It has to be a comment or a like of a video that you saw during that week. Okay, it can be an old video, but you saw it during that week and you commented or liked that week, and it goes, I announce it on Friday, so it's going to be from basically Friday evening all the way through the next Thursday. So it'll be Friday from Thursday. So anytime during that period, I will put your name in for every comment or every like, one per video. And then that way, if you watch 5 videos and you comment on 5 videos, then you're entered 5 times. If you see one video and you comment on one video, then you're entered 1 time. So that's how it works, okay? So you could have multiple entries. I don't have a ton of subscribers, so your odds are pretty good that you can win something. I will pay shipping up to $10. After that, you can pay the difference, or, if you don't want it, just say, hey, I don't want it. It's up to you. Winners announced on Fridays. And then you have up until the following Thursday. I put my contact information out there. You have up until the following Thursday to to contact me so I can send it to you. If you don't contact me, then at that point, then whatever that giveaway was, it'll go in for the next week. And then there will be 2 giveaways, okay? It'll be 2 different people. I'll draw 2 names instead of 1, and they'll get last week's, prize. So it'll be 2 people, basically. Okay, so anyway, I hope I explained that, okay? I'll put all that in the description box and try and make it simpler. And if y'all have any questions, just let me know. And, I love chatting with you guys, and I try and get back to you, and I'll have to tell you, I am absolutely blown away at, for doing this for a month, the amount of subscribers that have come on board and all the positive comments, and I just, it is heartwarming. I had no idea if anybody would even watch. So I don't know. It's very humbling, and I do appreciate it. And I can't even tell you how much it means to me. And I will try and get back with every person and chat with you, and just, it may not be that day or whatever, but just, please realize I do appreciate it. And I really appreciate the fact that you're spending your time watching me. I really, really do. I don't even know how to explain that, how much I appreciate that. Anyway, you guys have a lovely day, evening, whatever that is, okay? And there will be a part 2 coming very, very shortly. So thank you very much, guys.